And welcome back. Hope you enjoyed part 2. We'll catch you guys later. Bye. Alright. Keep hitting the wrong button. Add that to that, that to that. Then we'll go iron rods for this side. Plates for this side. So now these just need to be connected to power. There's also another little trick you can do with power poles. If you were to get your power poles, hover over an existing power line and you can actually turn it, like make it into another one without destroying the original cable. There we go. Now we got iron plates and iron rods being sorted. We'll put these into containers in organization. I'm trying to be very informative and like do like a detailed thing of what I'm doing, and then you have K10 here just being a quiet boy and then just running off and doing stuff.
I'm just doing the background stuff. So I'm making a bunch of wire by hand and cables and plates and rods so that you can keep talking and being informative. I'm basically just supplying you with materials at the moment, and I'm just gonna run around and do all the boring stuff at the moment.
Yeah. Well, the boring stuff can be fun, especially when you go off exploring, which is fun as hell.
Yes, I would say exploring is very fun. This game has hundreds of nooks and crannies to explore, those little caves, filled with like some dangers and some interesting things. Also some spheres that are kind of funky that are named after a very influential voice actor. Don't quote me, I'm not part of Coffee Stain team. Why did they name it a Mercer sphere if they're not referencing Matt Mercer?
Good old Critical Role. And a little thing about
the vests.
A little thing about us two is we both played D&D or Dungeons and Dragons, and let's just say I'm a player in K10's game, and oh my god.
Yeah. I am the DM for that game. We have a bunch of friends that are... It's just a little home game. And they make me suffer, and I love it.
Yes, we're sitting there just like them perish.
And we've got a few funny stories from that. We might tell you about it further on if anybody's interested, but at the moment, one game at a time.
Yes. Hey, even like if this series blows up or something like that and you guys want to, I think I'll probably might be able to record a D&D session or live stream it or something like that. Oh, that would be the... Yes.
A possibility if all the other players are down for it.
Alright, I'm just loading up power to the limestone. So at least now we get that. And limestone, being a impure node, only gives you 30 per minute. For now. And then we gotta put this constructor to be concrete, which requires 45 per minute, but we can't produce 45 per minute to make the necessary concrete to start off with. But when we unlock the MAM, we'll be able to research into overclocking.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Alright. How's the copper production coming along?
I'm just starting it right now.
Nice.
Just getting running a wire over there, putting down a miner, put down a smelter, and then I'll start on that little production.
Alright, easy. I'm getting our limestone set up into concrete so we can get our first basic setup done. And if you don't have anything on the end of your conveyor belts, they will just pile up like this.
Oh, yeah, they stop.
So I'm just gonna line that up, or attempt to line it up. If I could aim it to the bloody storage thingo, that would be amazing. Oh my god, I can't do that either. Oh wow. Alright. So our iron is currently underway, as well as our limestone, and then follow this power line, power pole, whichever, all the way up here.
I was literally just about to ask about our power consumption.
Alright, this will happen a lot in the early game. Is you've got to be cautious of how much power you are using. Like for our for our 4 miners, 3 constructors, and 2 smelters, we were using our max. We only produce 40 megawatts of power. Our max consumption is 44, so we are using more power than good. So best bet now is to build a secondary biomass burner. I'll build it just over here, and you'll build one next to me. I'll put the biomass into that, and then add an extra power pole onto this guy. Right there. And hook this guy up, that guy up. And now, go into it, flip our fuse. Our max capacity for power has now gone up to 70 megawatts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which also means that we need to get more biomass.
How much have you got on you? I've got enough to make that to 200.
Not enough. Alright, do you want to actually just give that to me and I'll craft that up?
Alright, I think I've got 46 there, I've got 9 of that. I've got no wood, but I also do have flower petals. That's all I've got.
Yeah. Flower petals are not used for crafting biomass. They are used for crafting color containers, which I don't know why is a thing, because in one of the updates they just let you color everything.
So
once you have them fully upgraded.
Yes.
Yes.
Say, for instance,
this would all be either purple or pink if I had access to it.
You and your pink, you know that hex code all too well.
Hey, if you do 2 years of like photography in school with graphic design, you kind of get hex codes in your head and you can just go bang.
Yes. Jesus. Alright, I'm just gathering up all our resources for to be able to get the first project our way. Alright, but technically our iron and copper are now set up. Did you just finish doing that copper, or are you onto it now?
Yep. No, it's all smelting. I need to make some reinforced iron plates so I can get some constructors going on that.
How many do you need? Because I've got some on me.
I need... let me just double check.
I'll drop 14. They're in this sand patch over here.
That'll definitely work. I needed 4.
Well, they're in the middle of this sand patch over here. Alright. So
Beautiful.
with that, all I have to do is go into here. I can actually make the remaining materials for this. So I'll first off do the one that requires the most at the moment, being the iron plates. The good part is they make 2 per 1. And then the iron rods. I do not have enough. Bugger. But I'll add the iron plates here. The 90 iron rods there, and 20 concrete there. And as you can see in the top right corner up here, you can see that we have our milestone, which is what we're currently on, and it says, hey, this is how much of each item you require. They will get up to like much higher, and you'll be like, I'm going to need a lot more machinery, a lot more things to do.
Which is just generally how the game progresses. You kind of get a handle on one material, and then the game goes, alright, sweet, you got a handle on that?
Here's another
Make it bigger. Make me like 30 more of them, faster, and then also make a better version of it.
Yeah, so...
which requires the previous material.
Yeah, so it's pretty much... this series, we're going to try and build like your basic factory with like how everything here is. Like, we'll build a basic factory, get all the infrastructure set up, and then after we have exploited this entire area, pretty much the aim of the game is to exploit this entire world. in its
Yes,
resources.
if anybody is curious about the moral framing of this game,
Yes.
hypercapitalism.
And long story short, yes.
Yes, the law of the game is we are sent here by a corporation, and we are literally just supposed to plunder its resources, send it up through a space elevator, which we'll get kinda soonish, and send it to the corporate overlords,
Yeah.
which I like to call Dave.
Dave. Alright, I
Dave.
just
Or
pinged us
Susan.
another... That too. I just pinged us another limestone, and there's another one over here. This one's also an impure node. I'm gonna have to...
That's okay, but 2 impure nodes can make up to about a normal. A little bit better.
2 impures do make 1 normal node, so having 2 miners on that will result in exactly 60 a minute.
Perfect.
And being the concrete only needs 45 a minute, we will have overflow. I need to make another miner so I can actually put that on there. Alright, so make a new miner. Get ready for the
Done.
Okay. Alright, this is the downside to a single brain cell. We know exactly what the other person needs and wants.
Yeah. Oh my.
I can guarantee you'll be hearing that a lot during this season, during this series. I can guarantee you.
You sound so disheartened by that.
I know, because I know it's true. Because you always do the deep like voices, the groans, and everything like that, and it's just like my point exactly.
Yeah, I like to do voices, accents, etc.
Don't worry, you'll be having his voice in a video of mine that's going to be hopefully done relatively soon. We also do play Minecraft together, like with a lot of other people. I like to do 3D animation. Expect to hear his voice in a few of the animations over time. Alright. The only part we need now
I
is...
wish I would be Matt Mercer, but no. I am not that good, and I do not have that luscious hair, nor the vests.
The vests. See my vests, see my vests. I'm missing my iron plates.
Not sure that's how the song went, but I like it better.
Yes. Alright, cool. It's 110 there. Oh, also, like another good informative thing is instead of running all the way over to your power plant side, just walk up to one of your power poles, hit E, and it'll tell you exactly how much power you're using, consumption and all that, which comes in handy. I'll bring that out to about here so we can put a constructor in there. I'm missing the cables, you could probably do that one.
Yep. So here's an example of the scroll wheel click.
Yep, just instantly makes it straight to it, or copies it and then straight there.
Yes. And also, if you see the green lines on the ground, that means things are in line.
That means it'll all just line up perfectly and you won't have to have any deviation. So, do that, go with the Mark 1 belt, place it there. When you look at it straight on, the line is, the conveyor belt is perfectly straight. Turn this one into concrete.
Now we have concrete underway, and that's the only thing we need for the base building at the moment.
Yes.
We have copper wires being built up there, so I would suggest doing logistics then.
I'll go and show the people the copper part.
Yep. It's pretty rudimentary, basically the same as the iron, except copper.
Copper. But when we get...
Copper.
Like, when we get to it, we've got to change... Like, copper's got a lot of recipes. I mean, a lot of recipes. As well as iron. Because you have to make copper wire and then like cable, which is made from copper wire, and then you got to use copper wire and like rotors, everything.
Yeah, it doesn't have many things that gets turned into, but a lot of those materials are used widely. So the only things you make out of copper are wire, cable, and then copper sheeting a little bit down the track.
Yes.
Once you've got them, actually, sorry, I'm mistaken. There is one more that is at like the last stage, which is copper powder. That is very end game. That is for making like condensed neutron stars inside of a casing.
Nuclear pasta, if I'm correct.
Correct.
We also
Love me some pasta.
There is also a website that is going to be used a lot in this series. Satisfactorytools.com, if I remember correctly. I'll put the link in the description for it. It brings up a spreadsheet that say if you want to make a certain item per minute, it will tell you exactly how many constructors, how many smelters, how many everything you need. Just here's a word of advice. Do not look up turbo motors. As soon as you do it, you'll be having your jaw agape. I can tell you that now. That was me last night.
Turbo motors are a very expensive part. They are one of the last things at current update that you need to send in the space elevator.
Oh, yeah. What update are we playing?
They're not the hardest thing.
What update are we playing?
We are playing update 8.
That's
So it is still in early access. I've been playing since update 4, I believe.
Yeah. It says something about your 400 hours.
Yeah.
Like me, I only started recently. Like my longest world at the moment is only 40 hours long, 45 hours long. And we've almost got enough to make everything. We just only need another 50 more concrete. I've got 35 on me right now. Have you got any?
I have 27.
Perfect.
Yay.
Alright. As he hits the like a little button for launch will come out.
Why don't you show it? Because it's satisfying as heck.
Yes. Alright.
You get to press the button. It's your series.
The button. And then...
World, it's
press the
time to
button.
push the button. Chameleonaire, don't sue us.
And as once you press the button, this little ship will head up to space.
Don't leave without me! I want to go back!
Come back!
No!
I realized the pay was bad. I don't get paid to do this. Alright.
How will I afford my coffee mug?
Yes.
I
Alright.
don't know.
Our next one is now logistics, which is real easy to grab because we have everything set up and ready to go. Once that gets back in about a minute and a half, we'll be laughing.
Yeah.
Like, I'll gather the materials for it now, because, yes. If you want to gather the copper,
Yep.
get
The
logistics
300
out of the way.
wire.
Yep.
Can do that.
And then...
Just had a lag spike and made me do breakdancing for a second.
Yes. Alright. Now, in this game, like, obviously, as we said at the start of the video, there are a lot of things that will kill you. Especially for arachnophones.
But soon, we can kill the things.
Yes. As soon as we unlock 2 items, we'll be laughing. That's more raw quartz here, which is good. One of my favorite weaponry to use in this is rebar. The rebar gun. 2 shots, almost any of the smaller creatures, like the boars and all that you see, like holding, like protecting every like node or something like that. 1 shots the spiders. But then you have the Xeno Basher, which is an
upgraded version of the Xeno Zapper.
Yeah, the big brother.
Which is the thing we currently have.
Alright, that's now
exchange
brought itself down.
Fix-it freighter re-entry complete.
quickly get this out of the way. Perfect, and then
I get to push the button this time. Yay!
pull the lever, Kronk,
Milestone reached.
and that will fly back off.
Now merge.
Isma,
and
I think I did the right
increase
lever.
The complexity and efficiency of your factory.
Good Scott.
We encourage you to consider
Yeah,
more
good Scott.
versatility when it
This is the
comes
shit.
to
Oh,
Yeah.
the poison. Poison for
streamlined
good Scott.
Okay.
Good Scott. Poison.
transportation.
Now that we've got that set up, I
Productivity
can
display
figure out
will help you
exactly
measure and
what we
improve the
need.
productivity of individual buildings
I
to aid
need.
with
I've
optimization.
actually got enough, so I can get rid of this setup here. And put down a splitter. And what a splitter does, it splits it in half to let everything like go. So we are now using.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Yes, we are now using this miner to its fullest ability. Because that being 60.
Until we unlock the MAM and we can overclock stuff.
Yes, and that will be the first thing to overclock. Will be the bloody concrete. Alright, I'm going to set up this secondary miner to make screws, to make rods to screws. The most used part in the game, I reckon, is screws, to be honest.
I can't say I disagree with you, but I kind of want to for some reason. I would argue that iron plates have more uses.
Well, iron plates do have more uses, but I think that a lot of like the littler stuff, like depending on what you use, you require screws. Like think of the reinforced iron plates. They require both plates and screws.
I will say that you are right in the terms of the most amount of like items you need per thing are screws.
You got cables on you?
So like, yeah, just give me a sec.
Just gotta make sure it's the right thing I was grabbing. Yeah. Is using a splitter to split this into cables and wires.
Yep. What the fuck did I just
Which
do?
one's that one? Is that?
I haven't set them up yet because I had to get rid of one. So
I'll set this one up
it's gonna be
as-
cables and wire. Perfect.
No, we need two being cables, wire, and then one to be cables.
Or you can run a splitter off the cable line.
Yeah, but we'll try and get as much
Oh,
wire as
yeah.
possible.
Sorry, I just realized what you said.
You done
Like,
goofed.
yeah, I'm an idiot.
So I'll set up a... I'm actually missing my required materials. I'm going to quickly go and grab some, because...
And speak of the devil, I need iron plates. See, I told you they're used
iron
for
plates
everything.
right in front of me.
Thanks.
Should be enough.
Yes. Your main materials are like stuff like iron plates, reinforced plates, steel beams once you get into it, and aluminium, like clad aluminium sheeting, which
That's a whole
they're all
nother
just used for
story.
conveyor belts.
Yeah, that's a whole
Yeah.
other story.
Yeah, that's an end game material, and it's. I spent like maybe 50 hours just doing an aluminium setup.
Well, all I can say...
It was a giant cacophony of a spaghetti mess.
Yes. All I can say is that between episodes, we will fix up like tiny errors that we've made in our production line. And then when these guys come back, you'll be able to say, like, hey, we edited the factory a little bit, so just to make it a tiny bit more efficient.
Yeah.
Type
The small tweaks we won't bother you with. The big things are like if we make a massive mistake, like in nuclear power, we make a million nuclear waste. We will show you how to get rid of it and
Yes.
how we deal with it.
So, say for a fact, like there'll be some episodes there where if K10 isn't here, I'll be like, all right, what I'll do is I'll dismantle everything and rebuild it so it looks a bit more neater and to start getting everything sorted out easier. I'm a stickler for like order. Compared to this guy over here, wherever you
I'm
are.
pure chaos.
Yeah, you are the embodiment of chaos. Where I'm just like,
Damn straight.
are you? Come back here.
Ow.
Don't worry.
My tender flesh.
My tender flesh. All right. Now we've got that set up. I'm going to. I need concrete at least.
Oh, small tool tips. When making foundations, if you hit R, you can cycle through the different types of making things. So, Zoop is the best tool that they've ever implemented. I think they put it in around update 7.
Yeah, Zoop allows you to go. Up
It
to
is so
10
handy.
tiles.
Yeah.
And I reckon
Just
we build
make slots.
Yes, I reckon we build our foundation of the factory instead of 1 meter ones, do it at 2 or 4. So it just makes a bit better foothold, especially if we're over rough terrain, it'll just cover it up. Like the US government.
And we get cancelled. Oh no, Jimmy.
Alright, now on
Yeah,
to on the screws. I need cables. You got cables?
Yeah, I got 35. Yeah.
Thank you. Alright. Because I was building.
It's not like we're not making more.
Yes. Alright. Now I'm going to use this to construct you. Bring you across from the rods into screws. 40 per minute, so it's going to take a while. Where's a power pole that we have not filled up yet? We have filled up all of them. I've got to build another power pole. I'm missing the wire. Ah! It's the thing where you don't realize you don't have an item until you need it.
Object permanence of a goldfish, ladies and gentlemen. And non-binary pals, because, yeah, you exist.
Oh, but pa.
What?
God damn it.
I'm acknowledging the people exist in all their forms.
Jeez, call me a brainless zombie.
Well, you, of course.
Oh, stop it.
We have 2 brain cells and they're fighting for 3rd place.
Yeah.
Why
Ain't
is
that
this... Why is the screws not on? Oh, that's the thing you were trying to fix.
Yes. There we go.
Yeah, this little thing of putting a pole down in the middle of a wire, I didn't know you could do that. So I'm learning stuff, which is nice. Hey, Moth.
Hey, Moth. Majestic creature.
Mothman. There's no need to feel down, I said Mothman.
Blimey.
Alright, we have screws on the way. And you forgot... Hey, he's learning.
Hey! That was literally the next job.
Good boy.
Alright. So now, if I
I'm
go...
so patronizing.
Yes. So now if I'm to go here into here, our copper, iron, and limestone are done. As well as our basic, if I can do that right, as well as basic machinery. This is pretty much the start of your factory.
Yeah,
So
this is a starting point to get the first few tiers out of the way. Then this will all be dismantled.
And rebuild.
We shall build a mighty factory, figure out what to do with the stink rock,
here.
and then we shall...
We'll use this to show them exactly what we've done.
This is the best thing for exploring.
Yes, because you're able to build them and check everywhere.
Not only that, is you can actually, once we get a bit more of a maneuverability enhancements, like a jetpack or a Blade Runners, you can jump up the top of these and like jump onto nearby cliffs.
Yeah. Well, anyway, folks, this is what our factory looks like to start off with. I reckon next episode we will be making a proper factory start. What do you reckon?
Yeah, alright. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Alright, well,
Unlike this.
Why am I not
I'm
surprised?
okay.
Yeah, then again, if you,
I'm
if
okay.
you jump off at full health, you'll always land with less health. But no, I reckon this would be a perfect start to end off the first episode. Hope you all enjoyed watching the video. Hopefully some of it's a bit informative. If not, let us know, because yeah, we're just a couple of idiots anyway. But
If not informative, at least entertaining.
yes, as long as we entertained you, we are fine.
Are you not entertained?
I'm gonna
Sorry.
but no. Anyway, I've been Sgt.HamNutz. This has been K10.
Ivan K10.
We all bid you guys farewell.
Farewell.